Wow, what a incredible qualifying session we have had for the Hungarian Grand Prix today. It seemed as though it was going to go one way, but it went completely another. Some huge shocks throughout qualifying today around the Hungaroring, guys. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at the 5 things that we learned ahead of tomorrow's Hungarian Grand Prix race. So we're going to start with some negatives. First of all, Yuki Tsunoda. He seemed as though he got a bit of pace around Spa-Francorchamps. Of course, no points to show for his efforts there, but he did manage to qualify in the top 10 for that Grand Prix, so there was, of course, some optimism around. However, that optimism was very much faded. He was out in Q1 again this time around, and yeah, not great. P16, I do believe he starts for tomorrow's race. He was knocked out effectively by Liam Lawson, the guy who he has replaced at the Red Bull Racing team. Not only that as well, but Isaac Hadjar in a Racing Bull managed to get P3 in Q1, and all the other 3 Red Bull drivers, Lawson, Hadjar and Max Verstappen, managed to get through to Q3, albeit 8th, 9th and 10th. Not the best session really at all for Red Bull today, and that was really compounded by Yuki Tsunoda's performance as well. So we'll see what happens there, but it's a very much a bad look, unfortunately, for the Japanese driver. As well, also a bad look as well, Alex Albon, dead last. I mean, we knew that Williams were going to struggle around here. They were looking pretty shaky for the most part in practice. They've said this is one of their bogey tracks this season alongside Barcelona, but I don't think he was expecting to be last. And around a track where it is very difficult to overtake, it's going to be a long, long Sunday for Albon, unfortunately, tomorrow. So, yeah, not great at all. And also disappointing. 3 disappointments to start. But don't worry, some positive towards the end. The last 2 are very positive. Big disappointment as well for Sir Lewis Hamilton, out in Q2. The first time he has ever failed to qualify in the top 10. I believe his worst qualifying around here before was P7. So it's a really, really bad effort, unfortunately, for him. There is clearly pace in that Ferrari car, as we will get on to very soon. Don't worry about that, but yeah, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt. There's still a chance of decent points from there, especially given his pace at the Belgian Grand Prix last time out, and also because his teammate Charles Leclerc qualified on pole. Where did that come from? Leclerc was in P3 in FP1, 2 and 3 every practice session, but there was always a big gap between him and the McLarens at the front. It seemed as though McLaren were going to qualify comfortably for pole position this time around today. No, not the case at all. Charles Leclerc pulled out an absolute rabbit from the hat, a real magic trick, an absolute belter of a lap around Hungary. His 27th pole position in Formula 1, I think they were saying. His pole position to win conversion rate is extremely poor. He'll be hoping to make that a little bit better tomorrow. He came into this weekend saying this is one of his worst tracks on the calendar. He doesn't know why, but he always performs badly here. Not going off with this evidence though. Really impressive, incredible lap. I hope he can keep it. I would love to see Ferrari get an actual Grand Prix win this season. You know, McLaren are absolutely walking it at the moment, and Ferrari have been showing some real performance improvements. Not least, of course, with the boy wonder himself, Charles Leclerc. So we'll see if he can convert it to a victory tomorrow. It's going to be very tough, of course, because McLaren's race pace has been electric. They have been gapping the field by 30, 40 seconds, 20 seconds in the case of Spa. That he's going to have a real big job on to be able to actually get a win there. But it's, you know, crazy things have happened, such as Aston Martin. Now, I highlighted them in my Friday practice review, my roundup of all the action on Friday. I said they were looking really good, but you know, teams can flatter to deceive. We've seen how bad Red Bull have been on Fridays and how good they've been on Saturdays, at least in Max Verstappen's hands. And there's many teams, of course, that do good performances on Friday and then not really convert it to Saturday pace. But Aston Martin, fair play to them. That new front wing is working a treat. Fernando Alonso, despite his back pain, despite turning 44 years of age recently, the first driver since Graham Hill to be 44 years of age or older in a Grand Prix. 50 years since Graham Hill was competing. That's how long it's been since we have a driver that is as old as Fernando Alonso. Lance Stroll, a guy who of course comes under all kinds of criticism. He was excellent today, as was Alonso. P5, P6. They're on for some very strong points in the race tomorrow. So yeah, those are the 5 things that we learned from qualifying today. Absolutely incredible session. Do watch the highlights, watch the replay if you haven't, and it sets us up very nicely for a mighty Magyar Nagadich tomorrow for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Who's getting the win? My money is on Piastri personally, but I'd love to see Leclerc do it personally. But get your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, guys, have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.